Getting what you need in the First Descendant does not have to be a chore, and it doesn't have to be stressful either. Even if you log in 5 hours a day in the game, you will get what you need. Just gotta know what to do. My name is Weds, and I'm going to show you what I have been doing since the beginning of the game to get what I need. First of all, what do you need in the game to make the game fun and enjoy your time while playing? You're gonna need descendants, you're gonna need weapons, and you are going to need resources. Resources like gold, Kuiper, etc., etc. To give you an example, I take my time to actually get the stuff that I need, and I always get what I need basically to continue to play the game. Things that are important to make you enjoy the game. Like for instance, I already got Val B done, and I also got some crystallization catalyst, and I have a part of Haley being cooked. So I'm only 2 parts away from completing Haley. If I look at what I need for Haley, I can see that I need 1 more of the data chip. I already got this one done, and 1 is cooking in the oven, and then I already see this one right here only a few materials away to actually get it done. So, and I know all I got to do is just some infiltration mission, and also do the daily invasions, and I will get this in no time. So I'm not in any rush to actually get it. Now, if I look at Ultimate Bunny, for instance, I can look at Ultimate Bunny, I can see I'm only 1 part away from completing the whole thing, and I already know what I got to do. And to show you one simple tool that I use to actually make things easier for me, I said, okay, I know I am going to need this code, and it's going to require me some patterns, and therefore which pattern that I need to go after. So if I go to this website right here, it's called TD Farm. I give this guy some support. You can do the same if you want to. I've shown this before in previous video, but that's what I've been using for a very long time to actually help my grind be as easy as possible. Like if I go to Descendant, and I know I'm looking for Ultimate Bunny, and I know I'm looking for the code. So once I look at the code, and I can see it shows me the patterns that is going to be needed. And I can see the percentage for each pattern. I can see this one is only 6%. So if I have some patterns in my inventory, then I can check this out if I want. But my main thing is to try to see, is there one that is higher as far as which pattern is going to give me the bigger chance to actually get this done before I actually go farm for the right pattern. And also see which boss I need to fight. If it's an easy boss, or if it's a boss that's going to be a pain in the butt, then I'm going to go for what is the easiest way, and then just go get an easy time. For instance, if I look at this, I don't really want to do obstructor because you got to go to a public lobby. And then also for this one, Hangman is very easy, but it's only a 3% chance. So I'm going to stay away from those 2. But when I look at this, I'm going to see, okay, this is the best one that I can just go and farm. So I'm going to have to farm for pattern 82 because this is going to be the easiest thing to do. Although this is a 6% chance, all I got to do is just farm enough patterns, and eventually I'm going to get it. You don't really have to be in a big hurry because you already got the regular bunny to do certain things that you want to do. And therefore, I know that I need to go in-game and go to the Echo Swamp, do the derelict covert area, and then just farm this enough with either Sharon or without Sharon, and then I can get that pattern as often as possible because it's a 25% drop rate. So I know what I have to do to actually get this. And it is the same thing for weapons. So if I go to weapons, I know that I'm going to, use my Enduring Legacy. I already got this, and then this is via the same method. But I know if I want to have more copies of it, I know where I have to come in and what I need to do. So I'm going to see which patterns is needed for each and every single part, and I'm going to see which one is going to give me the best chance, the best drop rate. Like for instance, if I look at 67, I have to kill Dead Bride. Dead Bride is a very easy boss to kill, and then it have a 32% chance. And then even this one, all I got to do is just run this mission, the shelter, and then I have a 32% chance, and I kill Devour, the easiest boss in the game. So that's all I need to do. So if I know this is the easiest boss in the game, so I'm going to go for this anyway. So although if I have extra of those and then I don't have a chance to get it with those because my RNG is bad, then if I have some extra, then I'll go do that. But my priority is going to be to farm this mission, the shelter, on hard mode and have a chance to get 2 patterns per run. And then I come here and then eventually I am going to get this because at 32% is a very high percentage to actually get this done. Same thing for all the other parts, that system that I am going to use. Now, if we go back in game, I press the menu for the inventory and then I go down to consumables. And then here I go to amorphous material. Here you can see all these patterns that you have available for you to actually go farm things. So you can spend an hour or so and see, okay, I have 83 of this pattern right here. Now, depends on which boss I need to fight, whether or not I want to do it, and when I want to do it. Let's say, for instance, I'm looking at this pattern right here, the pattern 60. I got 14 of those. And all I got to do is just press the left analog stick to tell me which boss I need to go fight to actually get some rewards. And it says it is in sterile land, hard abyssal void fusion reactor, so I know where to go to actually go farm. So I have 14 chance to actually get a lot of these things. Like if I'm looking for glaze, so I have a chance to get ultimate glaze, and I have a chance to get the perforator, a very good weapon. And on top of that, if you look at crystallization catalyst, that's one of the most sought after items in the game. So I have a 20% chance to get that too. But sometimes you might get unlucky, and then you might get the Ajax one that you probably don't need, and you get the clairvoyance you probably don't need. But if it's something that you don't have, you're going to have more parts for it, and then you can use those to actually accumulate a lot of wealth in this game. And plus, eventually, the game is going to allow you to actually trade things, and all these extra parts that you have, you'll be able to trade them. So look in your consumables inventory, see how many of those patterns that you have, and then just go out there and spend those things. And especially if you are going to use the stabilizer, in those, it gives you extra chance to actually get the stuff that you need. So there is no reason why you shouldn't do all of that stuff and get the things that you need in the game. Now, other things that you can do in the game to actually increase your wealth in the game, for instance, the daily event. If you check on the event, you can see that you can do all these things right here for some Kuipers, like I already did this one for the day. And you can also do this for the weapon adjustment. That way you can switch the perks on your weapon. And you can do all these easy tasks to actually get some stuff for your account. And clear some missions. If you play those infiltrations for while you're trying to get patterns, then you're going to complete those missions. And then this is going to go to a lot of stuff towards the game. And another thing with this season, invasions are very easy to do. And I have a guide on this if you want to see what you need to do to actually get them done. Just check it out. But you can come here and do 4 invasions per day. Like I already mentioned, for invasion, you're going to have some Haley parts, and you're also going to have a lot of gold and a lot of Kuipers. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing this and enrich your account. So it's 4 per day. Once you do this every day, then you're going to have a lot of gold and a lot of Kuipers to actually get those catalysts done and a lot of enhancement done. Another easy peasy that you can do every day, you come to the map and then just go to the Void Intercept Battles, just do the normal version and just kill whatever boss that you need. It just only takes a couple shots and then you get yourself 100,000 Kuiper. That's very easy for you to do and then amass a lot of Kuipers every day. Now talking about doing missions, so if we go to the Battle Pass and you go to Challenge, and if you go to Season Weekly Challenges, and if you check this right here, this task right here, you can see that I already completed 4 of those. And then last week, I completed the whole Battle Pass just simply for doing those things, just regular things that you got to do, just doing missions and doing intercept battle. And then there's still a lot more to go. And not only are you getting the completion for the battle pass, but you are also going to get a lot of coins, and you can use those coins in the supply shop to actually buy a lot of things, like, you know. And so when you get those coins, you can come here to the shop, or you can come here to this one right here, and then you'll be able to buy a lot of these things once you get all those coins. So it's whatever you need to buy here, as long as you complete those challenges, you know, if you need them, then you're going to be good to go. Like, you know, looking at this right here, since I already complete the whole thing, look at this. You can claim all this thing whenever you want to. And plus, when you complete the battle pass this season, you got yourself crystallization catalyst, and you also got energy activator, one for each. So that's going to be very good for your account to use for all those descendant that you want to use it for. And so just claim yourself whatever you got. This thing looks nice. Now, the one thing that's going to make things easier for you in this game, if we go to descendant, and there are those two descendants that you definitely need to put in your arsenal. You need Enzo, and you also need Sharon. Sharon is going to make doing infiltration to go invisible easy for you to get those patterns. And some of those patterns, you only going to be able to get them if you use Sharon. Same thing with Enzo. Some of the materials that you're going to need, you're going to have to use Enzo. Like, for instance, we're talking about the ultimate bonding before. So if we go to bonding, for instance, if you look at one of those materials right here, pure energy residue, if we click on the info, as you can see, it says descendant required, Enzo. So without Enzo, you cannot get this material very easily. But with Enzo, it's going to make things very easily, because you got to go to open a vault, and Enzo makes opening vault very easy. So if you don't have Enzo, you're going to be struggling. You might rely on some other things, but if you have Enzo, then things are going to be easier for you. Same thing if you need to get some crystallization catalyst. So if we click on this right here, and you can see this mixed energy residue, if you click on the info, again, you're going to need Enzo. So that's the reason why Enzo is very important. Now, for instance, when it comes to Sharon's, it is very important to have her in your arsenal, because, for to give you an example, if I go to Vespers right here, like when I needed a part for Ultimate Valby, I know if I go to this outpost right here, so if you click on it and then you scroll down, you can see this one says additional reward for successful infiltration. And you can only do successful infiltration with Sharon, because you got to go invisible. Because if you do it the other way, then you're going to get caught, and that's not going to be possible for you to get this thing right here. That's the only way you're going to get 073 mutant alpha alpha. And this right here, once you farm enough for this, and for that part that you need for Ultimate Valby, you have a 20% chance to get that part. So that's the reason why it's only 5% to 25% drop rate. Once you farm this enough with Sharon, not only are you going to get this one, but you're also going to get the other pattern that you can use for other things. So that's the reason why those two characters are very important in your grind for the First Descendant. So to summarize, guys, if you need to have a good time in the game and get the things that you need, first of all, make sure you get Enzo and Sharon in your arsenal. And also make sure that you do your dailies. Make sure that you clear the invasions every day. And make sure that you have fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.